Hello, and welcome to the second part of the project 304. In the previous video, I promised you that I will show you in detail the model structure of the 304, how I decided to actually make it, and this is the same way I will actually print it out and assemble it together. I will be completely honest with you when it comes to actual structure of the model. I was really inspired by the way the trains that we are doing in Siemens are structured themselves. So I took that in mind and basically made the model accordingly. And I see a lot of sense in it. So that is why I decided to actually do that. Now, how it looks. So here in the model tree, you can see that we have many subassemblies. So here, well, some of the words are derived from German, because as you know, Siemens is original German company. But as I can see here, everything is in English except the first one. Doesn't really matter. Well, so we will go one assembly after another, and I will show you why what is in that assembly and why I decided to go that way. So in this very first assembly, mm, I have to apologize. For some reason, my Creo does this very interesting and stupid stuff that it doesn't show all the parts sometimes. As you can see, the front part of the model isn't really well visible. I don't understand why. What can you do? It is here. Yeah. Anyway, these are the main pieces that will fit together to sort of make a backbone of the entire, at least front part of the model, up until basically the end. So not the front part of the model, but the entire model. And it will work once again kinda like a Lego. So you can see that we have well, pegs here, and in the front we have corresponding holes that will basically snap into it. And here as well. So basically it will all be fitting together and held together by on its own by a simple tension, by friction. So by that principle, we shouldn't really need any glue. At least I hope. At least I hope not. Yeah, you can see many pegs here all around. Yeah, I really like this Lego approach or corresponding holes, and I really would like to do everything in this manner. Here are obviously the missile bay silos. Those will be printed separately, one piece at a time. And there is also a height difference in order to actually help me to paint the yellow and black stripes. Yeah, those would be okay, but I am not really looking forward to this part. Oh, when it comes to paint, yeah, I still suck in that. And those should really be simply snapped into the corresponding holes like like this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just showing all the pieces together. Yeah, as you can see, it's basically snapped together. And then via various parts it fits together. This will not be a quick print. This ship will take quite a long time to actually print out. I'm interested in how long it will actually take. So far the longest print was the RRX, and that was 3 weeks. So I kinda expect that this model will take longer. But anyway, that was the main structure. Now we have covers, and basically those are all the covers that will create that very nice detailed look of the model. So this will all pack into the existing models. You can already existing parts. You can see that basically all of them have these packs. So yeah, in the covers themselves there are holes because obviously we will print it like that, and into those holes we will insert those pins. And on the other side, and these pins have this rectangular head, so they should make this illusion that they, well, actually belong there and make more, well, details, I guess. We'll see how it actually turns out. I have a very good experience with those pins, with assembling it in such a manner, so I believe it should work okay. Yeah, here I use my locking mechanism that I used on many of my models, and so far it worked perfectly. You know what? I will do it like this. So first we have this part. Now you can see the head module itself. Then up onto it we will attach the covers, and it would look like this. Okay, after that we will add the front wings. So this is the wings subassembly, and as the name suggests, that will add those front wings and simply attach them to the rest of the body. And what we have there, this assembly. So as you can see, it will simply pack into the existing frame and will hold by those 3 pegs. At least that's the idea. My goal overall is to have no glue at all, but if the connection points don't work like intended, then I really have nothing against using actually glue to, well, make it more sturdier, and simply for me, being not worried about the model being too um, structurally unsound. I really don't mind using glue. So, well, this is it. As you can see, those are two parts and that will fit together by those locking mechanisms that will go here to this hole with a tight fit, and the same here, and that should hold everything together. So those are the wings of okay. After the wings we will add the belly, because this is a beast, so it needs its belly. Okay, and the belly is basically this. So it has quite a lot of details, as you can see, and these are the one of the four hyperspace projectors, which is always strange because the hyperspace window will always appear before the ship, yet they are basically at the end of the ship. Well, strange, but nevertheless, this is the subassembly. I don't think that there is too much to actually explain or show. Many pieces put together. And clicked together. Here, as you can see, once again we have a back, and in this pin we have corresponding hole, and here we have pegs for the rest of the emitter. So this is the rest of the emitter. So once again, everything should click together nicely and then fit to the rest of the body. Okay. Then we have a right side R, and that's it. Side R. And what you can see here, you can see that we have here this superstructure that holds the entire fighter base for 304s and secondary sublight engines. We have another hyperspace generator, and we have this smaller bay. It was actually never established in the show itself what that is. I always assumed it's a simple airlock for, well, EVA. It's just a scaled down version of the fighter bay hangar, but they never addressed it. But it is here. So we have here these three big rods. Those serve as a support, as a sort of bones to hold everything together, to support the entire structure, and on it, on the free ends, we will attach the corresponding adjacent part, which is the hanger. Here I will show. Here we have this part, rather complex one, and here we will insert all those ribs, and into them we will insert all those, well, pistons. They are made in halves so that they are easily printable and then put together via here those pins. So that's the side. Of course, there is also a left side, but it's just a mirror part of the right side, so I will kind of skip the presentation of that because that's not needed, and we will go right into another part, which is the bay, the hangar bay. Okay, so this is the hangar, so we will take a look at the assembly itself, how it actually looks. So we have the hangar doors part, we have the main hangar part, and the back with the secondary engines and how it all fit together. So this part is, as you can see, one part that will be printed like that. It has those holes and there will be, of course, corresponding pegs. So it should fit together really nicely. Though right now I can see that, well, the painting will be real paint in the mikta. Okay, then we have the main part, which is a very big part, as you can see. Those three holes, those are for the support rods that we discussed previously. Here we have an opening for those pistons, the support pistons, and here we have, of course, holes for the engines and the pegs for adjacent parts. So the engines will basically serve both aesthetically and will support the structure. And here we have these big openings. Why? Well, we'll see. Now we have the lower part that has 6 corresponding holes, another peg for installation or assembly, then the back piece. As you can see, it also has the holes for the engine. That means that the engine will actually go through that part and connect it with the already shown part. That is why I said that they will have two purposes. So it will fit together like this, and then the engines will be attached and they will simply click everything together. Also, here we have a different kind of pin that will basically hold this part together with the part I already shown. And here we have the same thing, basically just this part to actually hold the two pieces together. These are these little pins. They are a little bit fatter on the end. That's because I don't need them to be in contact with the upper part because they have this head. But here they will actually fit perfectly with the lower part and hold it together. So yeah, that's basically it. But I forgot to mention one thing. Here we have three different pins. They have the same diameter as this, so they will basically, you know, have the same purpose, but they will not go through the entire part. And this all should make the entire assembly quite sturdy and quite solid. Okay, so that was the hangar bay. Of course, on the other side we have the other one, but once again it's just a mirror copy, so I will not really waste the time with it. Yeah, you can see it's exactly the same. So now we have another assembly or sub-assembly, and this time it's engines. Okay, so here you can see the engines. And how does it work? You can see that the engines are made of several different pieces that are put together via pins and holes. They themselves have these rectangular pins, and here they have pins as well. And that is simply to be attached to the belly and here to this hole. So those are the engines. Okay. And then, of course, is the superstructure. Okay, so here we have the superstructure. Let's take a look. So this is it. And as you can see, it is made from different pieces that are connected via those locks. And as you can see here, we have a lower part and upper part. So basically the whole plate is made of 4 different pieces, plus the side wings that are held once again via those locks. And then the other, well, part. So this is only a frame that will snap to the upper part of the superstructure, and inside we will add more details. So inside we will add this part, and this part. Then via locks we have a second part of the frame, and inside it we attached this part. And then of course we have this bridge that is divided into several pieces simply to be printable and then fit together once again via friction. So basically this part is one big thing with the start of the bridge. And then here is the rest. And right now I see that I am a moron and I completely forgot to make any connection here. So basically here will be some pins and here will be corresponding holes. I cannot believe that I actually forgot to do that. Good thing that I do this video because otherwise I may have completely overlooked that. Yeah, shit happens. Anyway, then we have this wing here that will simply slide here and be held together via friction. And here we we have this wing that looks like that. And in it, we have that lock that I showed before. And that will all be covered by those covers that will only click together, once again, via friction. Uh, that approach with the friction works quite well, though sometimes it happens that it doesn't hold the cover that well. If once again such a thing happens, no problem using glue. But most of the time it is not needed. And here we have this antenna holder, or well, antenna assembly. And this is, as you can see, once again, put it inside this long hole. Once again, look at the upper part. Yeah, yeah. Printing this, I'm sure, will take quite a lot of time. Very long pieces indeed. Okay, the model now looks almost complete, but it is not yet because we still have here Asgard plasma beam weapons, which are here. Oh, well, once again I will show it. Which are here. Only four pieces. Model is very simplistic. It consists of this model and this model. Very simplistic indeed, I know, but yeah, uh, the model is very big on its own, and yeah, if I wanted more details here, the model would have to be even bigger, and I don't really want that. So, those are the Asgard plasma beam weapons, and last but not least, railguns. Okay, here we can see all the railguns. Quite a lot of them, and once again, the model is very simplistic. Just this thing with opening, and inside we will simply attach this. It's the same piece that is used for the Asgard plasma beam weapons, and then we will attach them in order to face the correct position. And there are quite a lot of them, 32 if I'm not mistaken. And that's basically it. That's the model itself. So this structure that you just saw, this is the way the model is done, and this is the way I will actually print everything out. So when I finally get to the point that I will start with the printing process, there will be probably video for every single subassembly, because I believe you can imagine that printing this thing will take a very, very long time. Once again, I will remind you the length of the model is a little over 60 centimeters, so quite a big thing. I am almost sure that it will not fit into my vitrine at all, which is a shame. One of my ships already did not make it into it, so yeah, I will probably have to buy a new vitrine. Anyway, that's it. This is the model. I hope you liked it, and have a very nice day. Bye bye.